I want to make a language just because I'm bored. And you might ask, is this a valid justification to make a language? Yeah, for me it is. I could read a book or watch a movie, but my eyes are burning right now because of looking at screens a lot. So I'm basically disabled by my eyes, and that's why I'm using notebook instead of, I don't know, Word file or something. And if you ask me, um writing with IPA a lot more easier with a sheet of paper instead of something like Word file. So what I want to do is not fully construct a language, but rather to make a phonologically messed up, funny Turkic language. Because I myself also a speaker of Turkic language, I want to make interesting conlang out of it, and it's gonna be a common Turkic language. Turkic languages separated to Oghur branch and or Lir group and Shaz group or Common Turkic. It's going to be a Common Turkic language. You'll see what I want to do. I want to start with consonants firstly, and my plan with consonants is to mess up with plosives, fricatives, and affricates, and to make them all fricatives. Just because I like fricatives. So let's start. I talked about Oghur and Common Turkic branch. Oghur branch has R sound, whereas Common Turkics have Z sound instead of it. And we know that Proto-Turkic probably had two different R sounds, one of them retained in Common Turkic and one of them changed into Z sound. What I want to do to make all coda R sounds Z sound. So we have something like tap R, and it's gonna be something like R in coda, and through some changes it's gonna be the Z sound. So this is Shazest of the Shaz languages. Maybe it was more retracted before. I don't want to think of history of it. It's just gonna be Z sound. So if R is gonna be Z, what is Z gonna be? The Z sound is gonna be firstly dental fricative, let's say the, and then dental labial fricative v. Same thing applies to S sound. It's gonna be voiceless dental fricative th and then f. But in intervocalic position, also in initial position, it's gonna be h. It's something like, let's say, Bashkir or some Siberian language like Yakut. Yakut also lost it h sound, actually s sound. Initially it became h and then it lost. So we have f in coda initially and also intervocalically h sound. So Common Turkic also have sh sound, and it's gonna be something like s and then th. And you are probably seeing the pattern I want to construct is gradual shift towards the fricatives, and all plosives and affricates is gonna be fricatives, just because. So Common Turkic also have ch sound. It's gonna be sh, or maybe, I don't know, ts. Through some changes, I don't want to think of what is more possible or more likely change to happen, but eventually it's gonna end up being s. So we have k sound in Common Turkic. In some Turkic languages, it is palatalized, like mine, pronouncing it as k, palatal plosive, and even some dialects of Azeri Turkic, in, let's say, Tabriz, they pronounce it as ch, affricate, yeah. So we're gonna front it to ch, and then it's gonna be deaffricated to sh. So we have gradual change towards fricatives. We also have in Turkic languages allophone of this k sound as k with back vowels. It's gonna be through some changes as h, or maybe uvular variant. H is interchangeable in most of Turkic languages. For example, in mine, I don't know exactly it was g or fricative like g, or maybe a uvular one, g, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's gonna be r or y sound. In Kıpçak languages, it all changed in a lot of dialects, in a lot of languages. Also in Siberian, I'm gonna retain it as y. Also, same thing applies to the sound. It's gonna be the. I want it because to be symmetrical with voiceless dental fricative. P, B, T, D will retain because they are not quite prone to sound changes. At most, they are voicing in like rose, like in a rose, and then maybe affrication like T becoming ch, but it is too far-fetched and unusual and not widely spread sound change. And maybe pb also could become fv in like some dialects of Azeri, but I'm gonna retain them because I have all fricatives here. I don't want to make them changed, but maybe just for fun, just a funny idea, morphemes t and tu could become firstly t and tu, and then maybe C and Su. It will be funny. Yeah, let's have this idea. We will think of it later on. And now vowels. Yeah, Old Turkic had long and short vowels. At least as far as I know, these are two distinct lengths. And we had 9 different vowel sounds. Let's write them down here. So I don't want to retain vowel length. Instead, I want to change long and short vowels differently. Like A will become something like maybe mid unrounded vowel, back vowel, and then closed unrounded back vowel like So it usually applies to first syllable because vowel length is most important for first syllable, because most of the roots comes from monosyllabic words. So I'm gonna apply these sound changes just for first syllable. Firstly, let's make these sounds. It's gonna be just a, because a is, I don't know, more funny sound than this. I hate this. And then maybe something like a, or I don't know. I want it to end up like I don't want to retain its length, so it is diphthongized I. Let's wait for e. Let's make e more. Let's make it lax vowel and then mid vowel but the long e is gonna be just e. Is gonna be more open. like mid unrounded back vowel, but long is gonna be just U is gonna be lax vowel, and then more open mid vowel. Long U is gonna be just U. U is gonna be more open through time. Long U is gonna be just U. I don't want to make it unrounded or something. I'm just gonna make it stay the same, like so as you see, we had some same sound going on here. Long is gonna be diphthongized, like O is gonna be or ah, and then maybe because I don't want to hear these sounds in a Turkic language. I love it in Farsi, but not in Turkic language. O is gonna be, let's make it diphthongized too, something like O, or maybe O, or maybe just long vowel. It depends, Maybe let's say it is a dialectal variation. So I decided to merge A and E to E. It is same thing with U became and stayed as so these two merge. Also these two merge, like A became E stayed and E became But long will be something like A or A, diphthongized. And also I want to be diphthongized as wa, and maybe some dialects also retained long vowel pronunciation, like same thing with O also happens here. So these are vowel changes. As we see here, 18 vowels here firstly before some sound changes, but we eventually end up some mergers, like A and long became and then E and E became U and became So these are vowel changes in my conlang. I added something more. Ya and y will become ya and ye. So I forgot to add that some consonants will stay the same, like n and m. Most of Turkic languages lost its new sound, but I want it retained, so it stays the same also. Laterals and I don't know, intervocalic tap sound will stay the same. So even though at coda it will become z sound, intervocalically it stays as tap r. So we have these sounds w or v in some words. It's gonna be all w and will be rounding vowels before it. So sev, to love, will become ho. Su, water, will become hu. I think that's it. We can get into sentences. I have written some sentences here. These examples are not necessarily real Turkic language. It is just what might be a predecessor to my conlang. We have here Tengri senin yazıkını kaçırsın, which is may God forgive your sin. Tengri is God, senin your, yazıkını your sin with accusative. Kaçırsın will may forgive. It will become something like Tengri henin Yavığını şəsizin. Here we can't have r in onset, so we need to insert a vowel here. I have said that those sound changes won't apply secondary or tertiary syllables, but I changed my mind. Those sound at least some of them can apply later syllables as well. So usually we said here that it's gonna be f or h, but here we see that it is not f or h. It's because I want it to be a natural language, so I thought even if it was h or f, eventually by assimilation it could be geminated, so not keçirsün but şəsizin. Oh God, I can't even pronounce my own creation. Like how gods can create us little simple bitches. Yeah, we have whatever we have here. Susuz kalgan kişiye su ber, which means give water to person who is left waterless, without water, or who is thirsty. I guess it is hard to translate to English. Susuz mean waterless, kalgan staying or stayed, kişiye to person, su water, ber give. So it will become something like hu. I forgot to add here the w sound, so it is hu, kılgan, şetheye, hu base. Senin adın ne? What is your name? Your name, it is suffix, your name, what? Senin adın ne mi? It could be also diphthong, guys, adın, something like adın. So senin adın ne mi? Senin yurtun kanı? Where is your homeland? Or where are you from? Something like this. Your homeland where? It will become something like senin yozdon kanı. R will become z at coda, and it will assimilate the t sound, and it will be voicing to the sound. So senin yozdon kanı. Here's some words that will change and will look like different false cognates of older variations. Like name, ad will become something like at or at. It changes, it depends. Horse, at will become ut, and grass, ot will become at. Wound, baş, head, baş, and empty, boş. Also to cook, bush, it is a verb. Baş will become bath or bath. Baş will become bath. Boş will become bath. Bush will become bath. It is hard to pronounce for me, this mid-unrounded vowel, back vowel. So we have here foreigner, or to lie down. It is differentiated by long vowel. So yat will become yat or yat. As I said before here, that ya will become yeah. So to lie down, yat will become something like yet. Here we have some other examples. Temiz, it is sea. I mean the water, sea. Temiz will become something like tengev, and then tengev. Kon, I'm not gonna pronounce the middle one. It is showing historical change throughout the time. So kon will become khanye. I decided that n sound should not be in the coda because I don't know, it is hard to pronounce for me. So it's my conlang. I decided it there should be a inserted vowel. I don't know if inserted is right word to use. Whatever. Kon will be khanye. Benye, it is this word always changes in Turkic languages. And also it is assimilation in Turkic languages if the sound b comes with n, m, and ng. Also ny, it is becoming m. So beni will become menye. Qad will become khad. Qiz will become khiv. And you might say, why the fuck the z will become the and then ended up like v, but why the older dental fricative doesn't change historically. Maybe it is something like, let's say, something like English, the intervocalic the sound in some words like father, feather, or mother. It was the intervocalically in Proto-Germanic, but then it became the sound in Proto-West Germanic, I guess, and then it later on became the again into dental fricative again in English. So it is something maybe something like that. Yeah, qad might be becoming something like khad. It is not dental. It is dental plosive. Yeah, khad, and then khav again. Maybe something like this. I don't know. It is my conlang. It is up to me to decide. Tok means full, satiated. I didn't say the meanings of these words. I think tak will become something like toch and then tach. Yurek will become yurech and then yuresh. Yud will become yud, the same thing here, and then yud. Sun will become hun, is more open, mid unrounded, back vowel. Taqru will become taqur, taqur, and then taqur. Here we have numbers. I thought doublet, I don't know how to pronounce it, let's say doublet of this word is very interesting to have because it might be an indefinite article, since most of Turkic languages use the word one for indefinite article. It's also it's also the same with how the English language got its indefinite article. So we have bir becoming be or bez, ekki will become eşe, üç, öz, tört, töz, or tözd. I thought it is a widely used word. Maybe it could be töz or tözd, more simple version of it. Beş will become beith, altı will become altı, yeti, yeyse, yete, or eite. I'm a bit confused about this. Not confused, but indecisive. Yeah, indecisive. I said here initially, or let's say in onset, T and tu could become T and tu, C and su, let's say se and su. I was indecisive about it, so I write it down like yeyse, yete, or eite, just because. Sekiz, I don't know exactly it was if it was whether it was geminated or not in older variations of Turkic. I just write it down like this, but wrote it down like this, but I'm gonna change it as ungeminated. So sekiz will become hashev, toqız will become takhov, on will become won, won. Yigirmi, meaning 20, will become yezme. Is very prone to be lost, so it is yezme. Otuz will become atov, qırk will become khırk, ellik will become aley, altmış will become ıtmıth. Also some simplification here, l is lost. Yetmiş will become eitmeth. 80 will become hashfan or maybe hashan. Same thing applies here. Like as I said here, şasezen. So section is hashfan or hashan, tokzon is takfan, yüz is yüv, bung is mung. A bit open. I'm probably butchered the pronunciation. So that's it. It was my conlang. It is a Turkic language with messed up phonology. I kept the phonotactics but changed phonology drastically. It is a fun thing to do, I think. What do you think about my conlang? Did you like it? Oh geez, whatever, bye.